Today we're going to install a clutch cable. I'm going to remove it and reinstall it and show you how to do it and to not have any oil leaks in the cable. Alright, the first thing we'll do, squirt a little lube and twist it around a little bit. You don't want to tear this up. You don't put lube in there after a while, it'll just start to crack. Alright, you want to put all the slack back into the cable. Alright, get yourself a 9/16 and a ½ inch. Take your time, sometimes they could be a little tough. Now you want to put all the play back in so you can remove this cable easily. Now that we put all the slack back in the cable, there's a little C-clip. Right there. Alright, now we're going to remove that C-clip we talked about. Push down on the top of the barrel. And I advise you to get one of these pliers. I got it. This is what it looks like. If you lose it, break it, you have to take that barrel. You can go to Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, and pick these up, or Harley. Push the barrel through. This will slide out. Slides out. And comes apart. I hope you got that. Slide barrel. Put this aside. Alright, now I want to remove the support. There's a little cable bracket, gun, and the 11/16. I got that freed up. All right, with a size 27 torque bit, I will do these by hand. There's going to be a spring-loaded. This comes out nice and easy. This locks this in place just like that. Goes back together the same way, easy. All right, we take that, put it on the cardboard. All right, clean this up. Now we're at the point where we got to take this apart to remove the cable from the clutch. Clockwise, turn it, and this will walk right out. Put it on the cardboard. Now this, be careful, there's 3 balls inside this. Perfect. Rotate it. It's in your hand on top of the cardboard. Be very careful. Slide it in your hand. Put it on there. Now your cable's free. You really want to be careful with those 2 pieces. You don't want it falling in here, and then that's a whole nother issue. Now we're going to take a 9/16. Be careful. This is usually where the leak is. You're going to see the cable stretched out. You have to have the cable disconnected or you'll end up, you'll break the cable. This is connected to this, and if the cable don't turn at the same time, what happens is the seal from here to here gets compromised, and that's what happened to this cable. Now, we could just turn the cable, nice and careful. You'll see there's an O-ring in there. I advise you move the cable when you're taking the cover off and check the O-ring, put a little sealer on it, and she won't leak, because it's annoying when they leak. But it's pretty easy. Now you see the O-ring, the threads. We'll clean that up. And I can use my thread sealer. It's all Walmart thread seal, little thread sealer on these threads. And you put this back together and she'll be good. If you notice it's leaking from here, then you got to unscrew this from the cable, put a sealer on there, some kind of Permatex, clean it up nice, put a little Permatex, screw this back onto the cable. What happens is people try to wrench this while this is still hooked up. And what happens is this is threaded on to this cable. And you break the seal. If you look close enough, you can see. This is sealed to this, but it's only threaded. So now if you take this apart, put some sealer on that, which I like to use the Black Ultra. You use a Black Ultra, put that back together, put some thread sealer on here, put this back to where it belongs, and just snug it up. Right now I'm going to clean it. I use the brake cleaner on this. Now that, just like that, we'll seal up these threads, just snug this up a little bit, and reinstall. And your leak will be gone. But you gotta look. Before you get into this, make sure you clean up everything with brake cleaner, Walmart, and see where it's leaking from. Do not take a wrench to this unless this cable is disconnected so it can freely roll. Most times, it's right here where it's leaking. If somebody tried to manhandle this with a wrench, you'll see marks on it. That means they separated this from the black cable. Instead of buying a new cable, just take this and hold this cable tight, undo that, put some black silicone on it, clean it up, put it back together, it'll thread right back on nice and tight, clean it up, and this will not leak no more. All right, with that, put it back in. This is where it gets a little tricky. You gotta just get those threads clean. A little patience. Try to do it by hand so you ain't disturbing this. Now you got it. The threads are started. Take out 9/16 and just walk it slowly. We know the threads are cleanly installed. You don't want to strip it and cause your next problem. If it don't feel right, it's not right. This is easy, but it's a pain. Now, with your tools, just slowly walk it in. The thread sealer will do its job. That's all you're gonna do. Just snug it up. Now, with the old O-ring was in good shape. I could tell nobody mauled this. That's all you want. That's it. If you find that the O-ring's been beat up, go get a new O-ring, and that's a Harley Davidson part. Now we're back to this. Carefully pick up your little connector. There it goes. All right, this can only go in one way. Okay, you see the C-clip? Flip it this way. There's 3 ball bearings in there. Be careful. Now you'll see the slot. And you're done. All right, now what you do is we start this up. It's going to be counterclockwise. And you'll walk it all the way in. If anything feels wrong, What's wrong? Everything makes sense. Once you put it together, you'll see. Now you see it just walked right in. There you go. Okay. This is what locks everything in place. This goes on here. If you gotta rotate this, rotate it towards right there. Beautiful thing. Put one screw in. Remember, there's the spring right there. And you'll see there's a little slot. Like that, we take the ratchet. And you're done. Alright, just to review a little bit. This is an anti-rattle clip. You do need that to be under here. Alright, now we need to install the handle. Grab the cable. Try to get it the way it's comfortable. You're going to slide that white piece of vinyl spacer. This cable installer. Make sure all the adjustment. That will give you enough cable to slide this just like this. Remember your anti-rattle. Line it up. Anti-rattle. Everything's beautiful. I'm not putting that C-clip in place until I adjust the clutch and check it. Just turn it until you can't turn it by hand. What I like to do is grab the clutch and engage it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What you will want is a little 1/8 inch play right there. And your clutch is done. It's adjusted. Lock this up. Nice little turn. We had lube on this, so it should slide on pretty easy. With that, remember how your cable was? Now we still have this one more bolt to tighten. With that, any questions, just ask. And ride safe and have a great day.